If you don't really want the money, then you won't do it.
You know, if you're in Vietnam and want to know about business, actually, if you're anywhere and want to know about business, you might want to check out Tom Peng. He doesn't fuck around. Yeah, Tom Peng. He's A-okay. Peace.
Welcome to the sales training. My name is Tom. I am the CEO of Go Sell and Go Export. Those are our products. Today, you're very lucky because we provide this new sales orientation, new sales training that no other company provides. Because every week I ask new salespeople, do you get this kind of training anywhere? They say no. And this is not just a sales training. This is like life training. We're going to talk a lot about mindset and processes. You see, I don't even want to talk about our products yet, because without the right mindset, and if you don't know how to sell, not important. You don't need to know the products because you can't sell anything. So today, my job is to make sure you have the mindset of a salesperson. But more importantly, you have the mindset of a successful person. And I want you to pay attention to what I say. Just because this is an online training, it doesn't mean that you can doze off and not listen to me. There will be a test at the end of this training, and you have to pass that test. If you fail that test, then we cannot continue. So get your paper and pen ready. Write stuff down. A good way to remember things is by writing it down. If you write it down, most likely you'll remember it. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
So let me look at who's in the training today, all right? Today we have a lot of former salespeople. I'm gonna ask the same question again. I'm gonna pick people from random, okay? I don't know you. V, are you there?
Yes.
Great. So I want to ask why you are here.
Bởi vì em muốn học hỏi và kiếm tiền.
Knowledge and money. Okay, good. I'm writing it down too, you know. Money. How much money, V?
Dạ em muốn là làm từ 5 triệu trở lên. Thứ nhất là phải phù hợp với năng lực của em. Em làm bao nhiêu thì em sẽ hưởng bao nhiêu.
V. 5 million, eh?
Dạ mức dương từ 5 triệu trở lên đó.
What can you do with 5 million?
Dạ em có thể là trả tiền trọ và chi trả cho mức sinh hoạt trong một tháng là vừa đủ, hoặc là thiếu nếu như mà em không biết xài tiết kiệm.
Apartment for 5 million? Less than 5 million? How do you find an apartment like that?
Dạ nơi ở thì nó không dưới 5 triệu được, nhưng em có thể là ở ghép với bạn trong khoảng thời gian mà mức thu nhập của em nó chưa có thể chi trả cho ở một mình.
Is the apartment this small?
Dạ đúng rồi ạ.
Is that good?
Dạ không.
No? Okay. Let's try someone else.
Hi sir.
Hello. Why are you here today?
Trước đây thì em cũng có làm nhân viên kinh doanh rồi và em cảm thấy công việc nó phù hợp với mình, nên là em đang tìm kiếm một cái sản phẩm để đưa tới khách hàng của bản thân em. Họ được trải nghiệm một dịch vụ tốt và em có thể làm tốt cái sản phẩm, đưa cái sản phẩm đó đến với khách hàng của em.
Let's try someone else. Truk.
Có em ạ.
Why are you here?
Dạ em muốn thử sức trong một cái công việc mới và em muốn nâng cao cái kỹ năng giao tiếp của mình, và hơn nữa là em muốn ổn định cái mức thu nhập của mình ạ.
Okay, money. I heard salary, money. Truk, how much money do you want?
Dạ khoảng 6 triệu là vừa với em ạ.
6 million. Oh no. I'm gonna say the same thing again, right? What can you do with 6 million?
Trang trải cuộc sống ạ. Ví dụ như tiền ăn uống và đóng tiền nhà trọ.
What kind of food and what kind of apartment? Do you eat a lot of instant noodles?
Tại vì giá cả thức ăn bên Việt Nam là rất là rẻ, cho nên là khoảng một mình em là 6 triệu là đủ với em đó.
So you like cheap food? Yeah, cheap food. When I go to buy supermarket, a piece of beef tenderloin is 600K. Only this big. So I can only buy 10 with your salary. I don't like pork. I like beef tenderloin. It's so yummy, so delicious. Yummy. It's the best part of the beef. It's so nice. You put it in your mouth, it melts like butter. Sometimes I buy lobster. That's 3 million each. So with your salary, I can buy 2 a month. Anybody wants to make more money than that?
Yes, it's me.
Who are you?
My name is
Ờ,
Trúc.
Other truck. Okay.
Yeah.
There's so many truck today. How much money you want to make?
tiền hả?
Exactly as more as possible.
You have to give me a number.
Okay, maybe I think maybe over 20 or 30 million
I'll put 20.
Vietnam đồng.
What can you do with 20?
Let's do it in 20.
What can you do with 20?
Okay, in 20 maybe now in Vietnamese normal life, I can pay a lot of things for 20 million Vietnam đồng. Maybe I pay for a house, I pay for food, and I pay for my clothes or something like that. But maybe it's in the normal life, and maybe I cannot make more. Maybe I need to save more money, so I should to put myself to make more money.
I want to address two things. So Miss Truk says 20 million is enough for normal life.
Yeah, just enough, but it is not. Yeah.
Let me continue. Let me just tell you this. Before the lockdown, when I walk into, let's say, Algucho, a steak restaurant, I cannot come out unless I pay 15 million. So that's just one meal. And also you said you want to save money. How much money can you save from 20 million?
So I just thought that so 20 million Vietnam đồng is the salary of the normal Vietnamese people can.
I asked you what you want, not what the salary of normal people.
Maybe if in this committee, in your committee, I can make more money, and exactly I want to sell maybe 50 million Vietnam đồng for a month like that. This is my target. I hope so.
Let me share with you this. Your goals are too low. I really don't understand how people can live on 5 or 6 million or even 20. Let's not even talk about how you live your life. Most of you are young people. You have parents. And in Vietnam, it's very common for children to send money to their parents. One day they're going to get old. They're going to get sick. When they get sick, they're going to need your help. And they need money to get the best health care. So on 5 or 6 or 20 million dong a month, that's not going to happen. And you guys are young, but one day you're going to fall in love with some idiot and you're going to stay poor together and you're going to have children. You want to give them the best education. You want to send them to private school. You want to send them to English schools in District 2. None of those things are possible. You won't even think about it because you make 5 or 6 or 20 million a month. You will always be driving a 10-year-old motorbike. You'll never bother trying to learn how to drive a car because you can never afford one. Forget about buying a house or an apartment, not on that salary. Anybody disagree with what I said? Okay. So you need money. We all want to do something important. I hope so. I mean, like, I don't know about you, but of course we all want to do something important, help family, help kids, help community, help the environment. But with 5, 6, or 20 million dong a month, you can't do any of those things. You can't even take care of yourself. One day you get into a very bad motorbike accident. You probably have to beg people to help you. That's how you want to live. So I know you're young, but you set your goals too low. If you want 5 million, that's what you will get, 5 million. If you want 6 million, you'll get 5.5. If you want 20, maybe you'll make it to 15. And some of you be like, oh, really? Thank God, 15 is good. You never exceed the goals that you set. If you want to make 5 million, you'll make 4. If you want to make 10, you'll make 8. If you want to make 20, you'll make 15. If you want to make 100, you'll make 80. I have been doing this for a very long time. In markets, in multiple markets, in Canada, in Singapore, in Vietnam. I run Canadian teams, I run Singaporean teams, I run Vietnamese teams like now. And I can tell you this, very, very rarely do people exceed their goals. The difference is that the Singaporean team, they all want to make $10,000 a month. That's 200 million dong. Sometimes get it, but oftentimes they don't. But they get close to it. Maybe they get 180 million dong. So they come close to their goal because they know what they want. They will push themselves to get there. But like most people, when they're close to getting there, they start getting comfortable. They start relaxing. They start not pushing as hard. So that's why rarely do people actually hit their goal or do more than their goal. But if you start your goal so low, then you're going to get even worse than that. So why not set your goals higher? If you just want 5 million dong, may I recommend Circle K? I promise Circle K is a lot easier than this job. They will ask you to clean the toilet once in a while, but it's actually an easier job. It's less pressure. And you probably make 5 million, which is what you want, and pretty good job security. Here, if you make 5 million down, bye-bye, I don't want you. You make 5 million down, I lose money. If you make 5 million down, that means you did nothing this month. So does anybody have higher goal than 20 million down?
Dạ có.
Who?
Em tên là Kiều ạ.
Okay, how much?
Mức lương mong muốn của em là tầm 30 ạ.
Really? Again, like I said, your goals are too low. We think we live in a free society, but are we truly free? If there are some restaurants you will never go because it's too expensive. You are not going to take the taxi. You're going to take Grab bike because it's too expensive. When you go shopping, you have to choose what you want to buy because some things are too expensive. Are you truly free when you have to make choices like that? See, freedom is an illusion. It's an illusion because when you have no money, there's a lot of things unavailable to you. And it's not just the material things. When you have more money, first of all, you have more choices. You can buy whatever you want, but that's not only that. You have better connections, you have better relationship. You build relationships with people that are smarter, better. You think the chairman of Vin Group want to make friends with you? Like the worst kind of choice that you have to make is that when your parents get cancer, they're in the hospital and you have to choose what kind of care, what kind of medicine you're going to get for them. That's the worst kind of choice you have to make. You cannot give them the best on 20, 30 million dong, and they're not going to live because you can't afford it. When that day comes, you'll remember our conversation today and you'll think to yourself, Tom's right. Only if I listen to Tom and do what he said, then everything would be different. Anybody want to make more than 30 now? Nobody? You don't care if your parents die? That's okay, no problem. Yeah, just let them die. Who cares? They're too old anyways. They're not that nice to me anyways. They don't let me go out. Nobody want more money than that, than 30?
Yes, we do.
Who? There's nobody here with balls. Tell me how much it is. Like, you're all like, 5 is okay.
We're more than 30.
Give me a number.
50, 60, or 100.
I put down 50. Who are you again?
Yes, I'm Huang.
Mr. Huang. I don't see Huang. Okay. So let me give you some ideas what is possible, okay? This is the highest paid person. And I say this is too low. They're not even trying. Our biggest order deal is this much. And the commission for salespeople is, our second largest deal is this big. And the commission on that is, and this is one deal, one customer, one deal. You close a couple of these, you're making a lot of money. But I'm not saying it's easy. It's actually pretty hard. That's why we're having this training. Because if you only want 5 million, you're not going to do any of these things. You're not going to go talk to the big customers. You're going to be scared. You're not going to think it's possible. And you won't do it. And you'll make 5 million. And then I fire you. So I want you to think much bigger. There's no reason why our salespeople cannot make anywhere in this range. I believe if you do the right things, if you do everything I teach you today, you can make anywhere from 200 to 500 million dollars a month. The biggest problem in Vietnam is that our salespeople, they have very small goals. I'm going to speak very honestly to you, even things that I know you don't want to hear. Most people get into sales in Vietnam are because they don't really have other options. That's why in Vietnam, every Monday when I do this training, people want 5 million, 6 million, 10 million. People get into this job, sales, just to get by, just have enough to eat instant noodles. That's why it's very hard to build a Vietnamese sales team. You have a team of people that just want the minimum. There's no love for money. They don't want the money. They don't care. When I do this in Singapore and Canada, it's different. The people that are in sales are very confident of themselves. They're there to make money. They think like business people. And eventually, someday, they become business people. That's the biggest difference I see. I want you to think bigger. Wouldn't you want to make, let's say, 200 million dong a month? I mean, it's not that much, but at least you'll be driving your Mitsubishi Expander. You'll be living in a reasonably good apartment, maybe made by Nova Land. And you're going to have better girlfriends, better boyfriends, better husband and wife. I'm serious. Like your income will determine the quality of everything. Guys, I'm talking to the guys here. If you make more money and your income is stable, do you think that you're going to get more girls? Do you believe you have more choices? It's the same for girls. So I want you to think bigger. Your goals are too small. Everybody understand what I say, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
sure.
I understand.
Okay. If you just want to make 5 million or 10 million, I want you to get off the call right now because I don't want to waste my time. Circle K, go there. Anybody want to go?
No.
Okay. So how do we measure success in sales? Like, how do I know An is a better salesperson than Truk, for example? How do I know one salesperson is better than the other salesperson? How do we measure salespeople?
I think it's depend on the money and or Truk make for the company.
Yes, absolutely right. We measure by money. So if Truk make more money than An, then Truk is a better salesperson. In sales, it's very simple. We can tell performance by how much money you make. That's it. It's not about how nice you are. It's not about you're nice to the boss or the leader. It's not about how pretty you are. Okay, but good looks helps. Like if you look good, if you're pretty or you're handsome, it helps with sales, but it's not about that too. It's not about how many nice, good things you say to me. I don't care. It's only about money. That's your only score. Money is the only measure in sales. And if you make $200 million a month, you'll get promoted very fast. And we'll give you roles that allow you to make even more money. So we'll talk about the different roles in sales in our company later. So any questions so far about what I said about money? You're welcome to ask questions. That tells me that you're listening, which I like. I want you to homework for tonight. I want you to think big. I want you to figure out how much money you want to make in a month. How much is enough for you? Like not just to live like shit, but live a good life. Help your parents, help your kids, help your friends, help your family. Buy the things you want. How much money is that? I want you to think about that number. And I want you to put that in your head. And together, I'm going to help you to get there. And if you still want 10 million dong, then this is really not the job for you. Really, don't do it. Because I already know you will fail. We cannot keep you if you make 10 million dong here. Cannot. Everybody clear?
Yes, sure.
Questions?
Yes, understand.
No. Okay. Scared?
No.
Excited?
Yes.
Yes.
So, like I said, this training, you cannot get anywhere in Vietnam. At least I know that no company is offering this. And this training is very unique because it takes my experience in sales for 30 years from my teams in Canada, Singapore, and especially Vietnam, especially the experience in Vietnam, because like all the challenges that we have, we know why salespeople are successful in Vietnam and why salespeople fail in Vietnam. We take all that experience and condense it into this training so that you don't make the same mistakes. If you know people like Grant Cardone or the Wolf of Wall Street guy, I forgot his name. I'll just put in the Wolf of Wall Street. Has anybody watched this movie? Nobody.
Yes.
Okay. He's now a sales trainer. If you watch this movie, then you know that he was very successful, although doing something bad. These are like the top trainers in North America, top sales trainer. You have to pay them like hundreds of thousands of dollars for them to come into your company and train you. Grant Cardone is a billionaire, by the way. Okay. He's one of the 2,755 billionaires in the world. So what I teach you today is basically what they teach, but I change it a little bit for our Vietnamese audience. I also condense it and make it as simple as possible so that it's easy for you to understand and implement and do. Because if I teach them what they teach you, you can't do it. I mean, like it's too complicated. It's an 8-step process. So I make it small. I make it short. I make it into only 4 steps for you. And if you do what I tell you, you can succeed in sales in any field. Even if you don't work in my company, if you just do what I tell you, you can succeed in sales, in life, in anything you want. But it doesn't matter because everything I tell you, you know it's right, but you won't do it. Because after the training, you're going to go watch TikTok. You're going to go play with your Facebook. And the guys, you just want to go jack off to porn and jack off, right? You won't do what I say. And then you're going to find excuses. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that because, and Friday you're out. If you don't really want the money, then you won't do it. That's why I ask you how much money you want. But I know this group has very low goals. I'm not very hopeful. I'm really not hopeful. In order for you to succeed in sales and make money, you got to first want it, right?